Hey everyone, on today's show, a former Disney server sues over claims of lost wages, Disney Cruise Line ranks high on a list of cleanest ships, and Steven Tyler responds to Disney editing his hand gesture in Rock and Roller Coaster, plus so much more. Live from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida, this is The Diz Unplugged. This is episode 905 of The Diz Unplugged for the week of August 23rd, 2016. The Diz Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney World vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of The Diz Unplugged. I am your host today for the very first time, Craig Williams, because Pete Werner is currently out of country in Milan, Italy, about ready to start an Adventures by Disney trip with also John and Kevin and a bunch of other Dizzers out there. So that's why John and Kevin aren't here either. They will be missed sorely, especially if this doesn't go well. But today I am joined alongside Kathy Whirling.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Teresa Eccles. Geisha, Teresa Eccles, Jolie Martin.
Hey, y'all.
Corey Martin.
I'm just happy to be here.
And then back in the production nook, Oliver Green.
Hello.
As well as Rhino Clavin. Hello. Okay, so we're going to have to...
Man, I practiced that for so long.
10 minutes.
We are going to have to start this one off by saying we have lost air conditioner inside the Bob Varley studio today. It is currently, what do we say, 80 degrees?
82.
82 degrees in the
Feels
studio.
like 101.
It could be even warmer because that's measuring the temperature outside
Which
of
is
the
cool,
studio, not in
yeah.
here. So
I'd say it's 90.
it's very, very warm.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
feeling a bit moist.
Craig's in the hot seat.
yes. So I am literally in the hot seat as well as we are all in the hot seat. But yeah, we have a very big show today. Maybe.
Really
I don't
big
know
shoe.
yet. Yes, I have big shoes to fill. Just as a reminder, again, I already said it, but Pete is not here. I know some people will probably skip over that because they were screaming whenever they saw me in this seat instead of Pete, as well as John and Kevin. So they will be back in 2 weeks from today. So you have to put up with me this week as well as next week. Other than that, for housekeeping, besides the shows, does anyone else have anything?
Yeah, did you say the thing about... You already said it. I'm sorry. I'm delirious.
The air
from heat.
conditioning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm seriously... Sorry, go ahead.
I do. We just launched a whole new line of Diz merchandise. I know we had leaked it around the Mega Meet, but it's officially live now. It's www.info.com/merchandise. We have saying, look, I'm wearing one. I'm just happy to be here shirt. Wait.
Aw.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that was really
God, where's my What's the Crap shirt?
It's we're gonna have that little emoji for you. But we have we have a bunch of stuff on there. Go check it out. We it's not only T-shirts. You can get laptop cases, mugs, or whatever. But Will did a great job with all this stuff. We work very closely together. But he is the one that does pen to paper, mouse to computer. So although we collaborate, he is the one that puts it into action. Brings it to life, and what you see is the final product, and it's looking forward to seeing where it's going to go.
Yeah, it's incredible. Of course, we'll have a link in our show notes page, dizunplug.com, as long as I remember to put it in. I'll do my best to do that. But no, they're really fantastic. Anything else from anyone? No, Teresa? No, Kathy?
I
This
had
is rare.
some, but I don't remember what it was. I think it's the heat. My popsicle has melted. I need another popsicle.
Your bosom
this one
pop?
melted. My bosom pop melted.
I do declare that is a tragedy. Well, then, we will speed this along and get to all of the shows in the Diz Unplugged podcast network that are going out this week. So yesterday, the last episode of Group Travel for the Dreams Unlimited Travel show went out, so you can find that at youtube.com/dreamsunlimitedtravel and disunplug.com. Next week, they will not be having an episode. They will be taking a week off, and then it will return the first week of September for a show, a whole month of shows actually, based around Universal Orlando Resort and how to book it. So check that back out once it hits September. For the Disneyland show, which is available to download and watch every Monday, and you can listen live on Mixlers at, I think, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I never listen to Pete whenever he's saying all those details. You can listen live on Mixler at 7 p.m. Disneyland time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And this coming week on the Disneyland edition of the Diz Unplugged, Nancy has some tips for families traveling to Disneyland with grandma and grandpa.
Whoa.
I don't know if she means hers specifically.
Just some random.
Or just random.
Tips on handling the heat when you're inside. What did you just say? I wasn't listening.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So catch that.
I saw that.
Catch that whenever.
What about your Universal show?
The Universal show? Why, thank you very much. We will be talking about Twosome Chocolate Emporium, which we had the opportunity to attend the preview that they were doing last night. Anyone could attend the preview that they wanted if they were there and showed up. But we were one of the first ones in and seated, and it was very exciting.
It was pretty sweet.
Yes.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
That's good. Yes. So for people who don't know, Twosome Chocolate Emporium is a brand new restaurant. It's City Walk that is all about chocolates and sweets and time traveling.
Sounds wonderful.
Ladies with their bosoms hanging out.
Really?
She had a bustier.
What's that to do with
Thank you.
How does that... What's that have to do with chocolate?
Yeah, I know,
Traveling
right?
steampunk. She
He's
She
stroking
just
out.
she liked I don't know. The story is so weird, but like cool weird. I don't know.
She had a robot friend as well.
Yeah,
if I
she had a
remember
robot
correctly,
that was following
so-
around.
So
Okay,
robots,
that's just an
boobs,
excuse.
and chocolate. Robots, boobs, and chocolate.
And time
Yeah.
travel. Well, robots,
Yeah.
boobs, time travel chocolate.
And if you want to hear more, you need to tune into the Universal edition.
Yeah, tune
That's
in.
the
Or
teaser.
I could just go over there and check it out for myself.
You
right?
could.
Then
that's-
we will have
yeah.
done our job very well.
But for
Yeah.
everyone else, 1 o'clock p.m. live this Thursday, assuming that the entire house does not catch on fire, which at this point it's really going that way. And then, of course, on Fridays, Ish, Diz Pop. Rhino, what do we have this week for the
it's
Diz
going to be a
Pops?
lot of stuff this week. It's going to be that retro gaming. We went on a hunt for some retro games will go up. That'll be before Friday, where we looked for some classic Disney video games. And then there's going to be some merchandise video that goes up and maybe a couple other little surprises along the way. We'll
Very
see.
nice.
How cool.
I look.
It is cool because I do those episodes out of the studio.
I gotta say, with the amount of material you've been releasing lately, you sure seem on fire.
Oh,
He
gosh.
certainly is a flamer.
I'm going to have to leave now. That's just
That was not cool.
Well, if
Sound
no
like
one
my mom
else
now.
has any housekeeping, I think we are going to move on to the news, which I am going to ask the lady Kathy Worling to do today. So please take us away, Kathy.
speed through it, lady. Speed through it.
Okay. Former server sues Disney over claim of lost wages. Another lawsuit has been brought against Disney World by a former server. Alexandra Dumatresco, who was a server at Cape May Cafe and the Wave of American Flavors, is suing her former employer over not being paid enough for her work. She said that she was being asked to perform too many non-tip duties while still receiving the reduced pay of a tip server. In Florida, minimum wage is $8.05 an hour. Employees who receive tips, such as servers, receive less. Starting pay for those employees is $5.03 an hour. If tipped employees spend over 20% of their time doing untipped jobs, they must be paid the higher rate for that time period. Her case is being handled by the law firm Cohen Grossman. This firm is also representing Jasmine Sandoval, who sued Disney in March for the same thing. Her case is still pending, though Disney has denied her allegations. They have not yet commented on this newer case.
Cool. What's the next story?
I'm not.
Her name is Sue, and she's suing?
Oh,
No, she was Alexandra.
Oh,
Alexandra
Wow.
Dumitrescu.
You're getting better at that, Craig. You've improved since.
I've
this
only
morning.
said it like 8 times today so far. No, it's it's sad to hear that anyone at Disney may or may not be treated unfortunately because of that. But
I'm gonna say I can't say that it's a surprise. I mean, in how that she described it, I mean this in not as negative of a way as my voice just led it to sound. But when I working at like in attractions, and you might have had this in your run in the college program, or you, is that sometimes you get asked to do a lot more than what you're actually supposed to be doing, and it's just kind of because like a manager or somebody will come by and just tell you to do something. You don't really say no. You don't pay me to do that part of the job. So I'm not surprised that that would happen in like a restaurant setting, that some, servers are being asked to do more and it gets lost track of and stuff like that along the way. It seems like it could be a common occurrence just by management not knowing or not keeping very good track of it or something.
I agree with you completely, but I think in this it's come to light because of the nature of tip positions. When they're not working their tables, they're not earning their wage essentially.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's not so much of an issue for general cast members, but when you're working hard and you're
Now, I
not
wonder
working.
if this is this is because they're overstaffed. I mean, I can't picture a restaurant at Disney not being crowded enough for servers to make their own.
Well, she said she worked at Cape May. I'm not sure if you heard that part.
and the wave. So
I think everybody should work in service industry at least once in their life. You get a whole new appreciation about service
Yeah.
and how to treat servers, how to tip.
I mean,
Lesson number one.
I think it's just nice in general that Disney does offer to pay minimum wage whenever they are doing more than 20%. Because whenever I served at a diner back in Pennsylvania, I got paid my starting rate, which was like $2 an hour, I think, something around that. And I got paid that regardless of whether or not I was rolling silverware or, doing something like making salads in the back, prepping, all that stuff. You still made the base rate, and that
I have
was
a question.
that. Yeah.
Would they keep a log of this supposed
That's how it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be like, if they do a similar system the way we did like CDS, it would be like the computer would say, okay, Julie is tasked right now with rolling silverware, and Craig is serving. Is on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And then so my guess is it's just in that vicinity. It's a manager or coordinator, however it works for them, didn't keep track of it well enough, but this person was keeping track of it.
Well, I mean, I hope so, because how else would you prove it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that I think it just sounds like it's something that's gotten like a little bit lost track of, and they basically just wanted compensation, and maybe the area was like, no, we're not doing that, and Disney will take the side of whoever the higher up person before they take the side of the lower person usually, and so that's kind of where I feel like it spirals into something like this.
I've never worked at a buffet, so I'm not speaking from experience, but it seems like a buffet there would be like more downtime. Like I said, I could be completely wrong, because you're getting your own food, you're bringing your own food back, you're getting your own plate, so you're kind of bussing your table and bringing refill drinks, and not necessarily working with the kitchen to see where the food is, if it was cold or hot. So I don't know if there was more downtime at buffets being a server, but
Yeah, but when
could
do
be
you
wrong.
ever, like, even when you go to a restaurant by yourself, when do you ever like actually have the proper amount of drinks that you want, or
It's true.
all the good utensils that haven't fallen on the floor at some point in time and you need it? I mean, I almost always am ready for a refill on my drink if they'd even come back like after 2 more minutes. I'm weird like that. So
Ferris too. He pretty much consumes all of his milk in the first 5 minutes we sit down.
yeah, I mean that's me. I'm just a giant man child. So it works out perfectly. But I guess until the first case is settled or something happens with that, we won't really have an idea of what's going to happen with this new girl, Alexandra. But most likely Disney will find a way around making sure she gets extra money, even though I'm sure it would only, come out to be pennies at most. But good luck, Alexandra. Next story, please.
Hey, Adam Sandler.
I don't believe I did. Alexandra.
Good luck, Adam Sandler.
Next.
Interchangeable MagicBand straps on the horizon. A post on the site Magic Band Collector says a new type of magic bands are being developed by Disney. Instead of having a one-piece band, there would be a puck type of device that could be put into different straps. This would mean that guests would only have to have one Magic ID on their accounts instead of getting a new one for every hotel stay. According to the article, having so many IDs on each account is slowing down the company's servers. Breathing slows down their servers. Having interchangeable straps would be similar to how devices like Fitbit work and would allow guests to more easily change their band to match their outfits or preferred design. The article does mention that these are currently being tested, but there is no official announcement on when or if these will be released.
I had a watch like that once when I was like 9 years old.
Oh, it came with like a bunch of different bands in a box.
And so I could have 3 different colors on my watch.
Was
or
it
just
Swatch
2.
watch?
It was not a Swatch. It was an off-brand.
Which was I anything to streamline this process. I go on my Disney Experience account, and in my Disney Experience account, I have 20 magic bands attached to it.
Yeah.
I wish I could either deactivate them and give them to somebody else.
You can
or-
take them off of there, though, right?
Yeah, you can deactivate them, but
But you
I don't
can't-
think you can give them away, right?
No.
Right.
It still shows
stay grayed on
inactive
there, yeah.
with that.
Right, but it's still
barcode,
showing
right?
inactive.
And when
Yeah.
they're
But it's
issued
still
to
there.
you,
It's cloud. Yeah, it's just.
it
it's a
has your
mess.
name on the back of it.
But
when it's issued
not
to
all
you.
of
Some of them don't. Some
Right,
are just
but-
gray.
Here's what I don't understand: how they say that this is going to better the process because then you only need the one when you check in. Okay, people are going to lose it just as much as they
Yeah.
lose a regular magic. You know what I mean? Now it's instead of it being a whole band, it's a little
Yep.
circle.
I don't know, because then I'm like, okay, which one did I use last time, and does this one still work? And, you know.
Yeah, just looking at the concept art of the little puck itself, it looks on the thicker side.
Yeah.
And if anything, Disney needs to even find a way to make the magic bands even more tiny. I know the original ones were thick and kind of uncomfortable. Now they've gotten better, but they're still not perfect. So now if you have a little puck sitting on top too, I think that's going to get incredibly
How's it
uncomfortable.
stick on there?
Well, they want to do it like a Fitbit style, so
Probably a
It's like
prototype for sure.
the circle, like an egg.
Yeah.
Like a little,
Yeah.
the clip-on
Yeah.
Fitbits. When you think of Fitbit, I think of the thin wrist thing, but it's the bigger one that.
But
locks
that's how
on your
those
side.
the ones on your wrist too. They've got a little device inside, so you kind of it's just the rubber holding it in, so you kind of like open it up a little bit and it can pop out.
I want
and
like
that's
a
how you'll charge
badge.
it.
Because my children won't wear theirs, first of all, so I end up wearing like 3 magic bands. Like, this is him, this is me, this is her.
I think this one, if
That's
you
stylish.
if you
It
look
is,
at
yeah,
the
you should see it.
if you look at the design of this one though, there'll be more opportunity for what you're saying there because it's similar to like the way the Apple Watch works, where you can buy your own straps for it. So it's going to have a design where it will just clip on. So I think you'll see. First of all, Disney making stuff to put around these new magic bands, but then also you'll see third-party people as well making their own stuff. So you might even see like those really pretentious people that have like a pocket watch version of it with a chain on it and stuff like that, because that's what happened with the. Shh, don't tell everyone. That's
don't
what
you-
happened with the Apple Watch. So
Don't you
what you
see
did
the
with
problem that they, like now it slows things down because you have 20 different ones. I can see the nightmare of now, hey, here's your new one. Now you have to deactivate your 20.
Yeah.
Is the new one going to catch? Because how many people, when that all first started, had to go somewhere to guest relations to get it all figured out? I don't know.
It just
I don't
seems like a
that.
weird thing to like. It seems like their way of they're trying to evolve the Magic Band further when they've kind of already admitted that they don't even need a Magic Band anymore because Disneyland's going to get theirs using their phone, so they're not even going to get Magic Bands but use the same technology as us. So it's basically saying like we're the park stuck with the irrelevant technology. I guess.
Just go to the underskin chip and get it over.
Well,
It could
that's
also
what I
be
was
money.
thinking.
It could also be money saving.
Just
You
get
know,
it.
I'm not sure how much these things cost, but I mean, if you can give every person one for the duration of their life or whatever,
Exactly.
rather than giving them 20 in a period of a year.
I don't know though, but for somebody who only comes to Disney every like 3 years, that's the thing that I don't understand.
You would lose it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God, my mom's not even gonna make it to the end of the week with hers.
Yeah.
I think that you can't ignore the whole side of the third party. I know I keep talking about them, but the third party straps that they're guaranteed to make. This is going to be a big market for them. So
You got some
like they're
money
probably
in
going to
there,
end up. But no, they're probably going to end up making more off of this than they do
OliverYourBand.com.
of those things.
MagicYourBand.com.
MagicYourBand.com. Not like no one's ever explored that before. Yeah, it's it is a way that they could potentially make more money in the future by offering even more customizable bands than they currently do with the ones you can buy in stores now, but it's going to hit a point where I think people just don't care. I know for a lot of locals, it already hit that point where it's just, well, I got my plastic card. Why not just keep that? I spend the same amount of money if the card is in my wallet as if it would be on my wrist. But,
For
maybe
annual
I'm just
pass,
different.
and for annual pass holders, you still need your card
Yeah,
to park.
Exactly.
So you're carrying it anyway.
Well,
You can't show your magic band when you go
and
and
put it out the
Yeah, you
window and
can.
they'll check
Oh, you can't.
if you wanted
well, then
to.
I haven't
It's
done
just-
it yet.
no, it's
I
just-
just still show my card.
'Cause they
It's
got a
just
little
easier.
thing.
But sometimes if you show up with your card or your magic band, they will want to scan it. They won't just put you through, and then they'll
Right.
also ask to check your ID.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
then you have to pull that out and show your ID to prove that.
So why not
it
just
is
have your
you.
ID and your card ready?
Right.
And be
I
like,
always do
Here,
anyway.
lady,
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
Or gentlemen.
Yes.
And then when you do have it ready, they just wave you through. So.
I just start talking like a crazy woman, and they say, "Go, go, just go." I'm like,
Can I show you pictures of my grandkids?
"Have you seen the
Want to see
latest
my cat
cat
dressed
picture,
up
right?"
like the daughter? I push her in a
And they
stroller.
just wave me through. It's awesome. Works every time.
We'll see what happens with it. I'm not a fan, but that's just me. My opinion doesn't matter today.
True.
It
So-
does. It matters more today than any other day. You're in the special chair, Craig.
Inaccurate.
Yep.
But Kathy, let's move on to that final fun story.
Okay, the final fun story is Disney Cruise Line ranks high on list of cleanest ships. If you've ever been on a Disney cruise, you've seen the crew members who are constantly cleaning around the ship. So just how clean are those ships? CruiseRadio.net shared information about the U.S. Public Health Department's 44-item vessel sanitation program and how these ships are graded on cleanliness. 2 times each year, all ships sailing in or out of a U.S. port have a surprise visit from the CDC, which grades them on a numerical scale. Any ship that receives an 85 or below will be considered a fail and will have another visit to check back on problems that were identified. Luckily, the Disney Cruise Line crew members are doing their job, and all 4 ships scored from 96 to 100. If you want to check out the scores, we'll have the link up on the website, and you can read the full reports and see what violations were found during the inspections. You can also see the scores for all previous inspections.
Well, that's special news.
Agreed.
I like the.
I mean, that's nice to know that the product that we sell is, always.
You
yes.
always see the guys in the yellow jumpsuits, pressure washing, painting.
Hanging outside my
Constantly.
window or off my deck.
Now, did they say what the dirtiest ships were?
They did have the numbers, and I mean, some of the stuff that they got marked down for were like the temperature of the stuff, like on the buffet. So it wasn't like that the ships
Well,
were
yeah.
really like grody, dirty kind of things. It was temperature issues more than anything else. But it was interesting to look at the list.
Oh, so
Sometimes
you don't.
you can tell.
Oh, I thought she might name who was
No,
the dirtiest
no,
ship.
I'm not going to go there.
Oh no, I was
Just name up.
like, is it
The
any,
SS Minnow.
any one of the ships we'll be on in the next 6 months from now? By any chance?
Right.
Disney Dream,
No,
the
that- I think that one
Oasis
did-
of the Seas.
Yeah, I think that one did pretty good.
Good. Okay.
Did you ever pull up to another ship like while you're sailing on a Disney Cruise Line at a port, and you look at the ship next to you, and you just feel sorry for those people?
Yeah.
Right.
Aw.
They're all taking pictures of our ship, and they're looking pitiful. Yeah.
Well, I'm a Disney fan.
But I
can
bet
say
they all
that.
have air conditioning.
You'd be surprised. I don't know. But, oh, well, thank you, Kathy. That was some
You're welcome, Craig.
happy, friendly, fun news,
happy news.
today. No, very, very good, very good. We are rolling right along through. So at this point of the show today, normally we would have someone Skype in from the parks, but everyone's here today. So that's not possible. Pete was actually supposed to Skype in with us all the way from Milan, but I guess he decided that he is too busy experiencing Italy, which I
don't
totally
blame him.
understand. I
Yeah.
would probably be doing the same exact thing if I was in a foreign country that is beautiful and luxurious.
Forgetting about everyone back home.
Yeah, no, it's. But he did ask about the air conditioning situation, so that was nice. That was very thoughtful of him. So I guess since we don't have anyone to let us know what's happening in the world of the theme parks right now, we will just move on to rapid fire, and I believe we should start right back with Kathy.
Ooh, okay.
I miss the old days when we would vie for it. Be like, no,
Yeah.
I want
They
to go
can't
first.
now because they got nowhere to
can't.
switch.
No, I've got them all in order. Please don't do that. I have a hard enough time as it is. Let's not do that.
Let's go with Julie.
Those were good times. Now it's just like, okay, Kathy, your turn.
Technology has killed all the
The
fun.
radio.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. This is wheelchairs are no longer free at Disney World water parks. They will, if you're going to the water parks, you need to go to Singapore Sal's, and at Blizzard Beach, you go to the beach house. The cost is $12 with a $100 refundable deposit. If you keep your receipt, you will not have to pay for the wheelchair for the rest of the day at the theme parks. But this does not guarantee availability at the theme parks.
So, and they take $112 out of your
Right.
account and then refund the $100 if you don't
Correct.
destroy it.
Yes, and you can also rent ECVs at the water park for $50 with a $100 refundable deposit. But the thing that I found interesting was it's all the way in at Singapore
Yeah.
Sal's, so you'd have to go in, do that, and then go back out to the car, which I think, isn't there some way they could have done it up front?
Well, do they have the wheelchairs in the parking lot that you can take from the parking lot to the entrance?
No, because
And
then it would be free.
No, I think they have. Don't they have the
I
long-
don't ever remember seeing any out in the
I
parking
think
lot.
the parking lot ones have like the long stick on them. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Publix
That they stay-
shopping carts so that they don't want people to steal.
Publix doesn't have those.
They do.
Not my Publix. You must live in a bag.
Yeah, we're
Not the one I currently, not the one over by CP Housing.
Damn, Julie.
has
I
those.
was just teasing, but I've never been to a
way.
Publix that had those.
my Publix do not have long sticks.
I mean, I know they have them at like Ross and stuff where you can see like the whole.
Yeah.
And so you
Yeah.
can't leave the store.
Craig.
No,
like
I
Publix
swear-
with the
there
long
is
sticks.
maybe it's not the sticks, but there is something by CP Housing at Publix at there so you don't steal them because if they don't have a car, or
they
anything,
can't go past a certain point.
Yeah.
They'll lock.
Yeah.
What, the wheels just like lock
Yes.
off?
Yeah.
That
Well,
seems
is there,
really
are people
dangerous.
stealing carts?
college program kids, yeah.
No joke. People take them all the time.
The Sam's Club on the West Bank of New Orleans when I think it just first came out. I could be wrong, but you would put a quarter in to get your shopping
Oh, and you
cart,
get your money back.
and you get your quarter back,
Yeah.
and you'd lock
They do
them
that
up.
at Aldi's.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that still? Oh, cool.
I haven't been to a water park in a long time for reasons that I won't say, but because everybody knows I'm skeeved out by public things like that. But I have never noticed a wheelchair in the parking lot there.
I haven't
Only
either.
in the actual theme parks have I ever noticed
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I've seen them in the theme parks. I don't think I've been to a water park now in
Oh, I go a couple
5
times a
years,
year,
6
and
years.
I don't see them out in the parking lot, so
well, I wonder if they're going to add them then.
maybe.
It's a lot of speculation over wheelchairs.
Yeah.
But
Guess we'll have to wait and find out.
yeah, it's good for people to know out there. So maybe they'll
That
have
way
a new
they, you know
drop-off
what? Then-
area.
you know what? Rent yours ahead of time from a company that's outside of Disney that you can use everywhere.
Yeah.
Can you get it at a better price?
No, I'm just saying, like, but if you have to
They usually
go
do.
in that far into the water park and you need it before you get to that point, then what would you do?
It's a valid point.
He's
Some might
sitting
say
on-
it's a really good idea. Nope. Okay.
Somebody email him, please.
Tried to hold back the chuckles, but it didn't work.
Okay,
His accent, it's way funnier.
You ready for
It's
me?
your turn.
I'm ready for you.
Okay, hang on. It's hot in here. It disappeared. All right, it's a quick one. Hang on, give me a sec.
Sounds real great, Lucy.
Robert Earl and Guy Fieri have joined forces on the new menu for Planet Hollywood in Disney Springs. Woo-hoo. I don't know who Robert Earl is, but Guy Fieri's the dude with the fake hair, with the
Fieri.
glasses. Fieri and
He
my
wears
Fieri.
his sunglasses on the back of his
Fieri.
head.
Yeah, he drives
Craig's
little
favorite.
drive-ins, dive-ins,
Alright.
and dumps. I don't know what his show
Yeah.
is.
So what's he doing?
Drives a
Triple D.
Camaro.
Triple D.
Triple
Yeah.
D.
Cool.
You the one that wears the sunglasses backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he has another
Always.
face.
He's always in the kitchen of somebody's kitchen and doing something, eating. And,
He also cooks out of his house. He has a show that does that too.
yeah, he's got a kid too. So.
I think anything's going to help Planet Hollywood.
No, this is a big step
Yeah.
backwards. I mean, just reading it from the onset, you know, you've had all these big celebrity chefs come in now from Rick Frontera, whatever his name is. Rick Bayless, sorry. He runs Frontera Cantina. Art Smith, if you want to call him a celebrity chef. I mean, he did.
Hey!
Oh, we'll talk about art. We'll talk about him. But
Yeah,
then
we will.
Then you get to Guy Fieri running Planet Hollywood. I mean, have you
He's
ever?
not running it. He just
He's
created a burger
creating
or
the
something.
menu.
But did you see
Part
the
of
menu?
not the whole menu.
Part of the menu.
Because his
Yeesh.
passion for food. I read the thing. I'm not going to read it all because it's just incredibly hot in here, like somebody's kitchen. But yeah,
I feel like Guy Fieri is cooking in the kitchen.
right. I think they're cooking right now. They better bring us a burger. I'm done, Craig. What do you want?
I guess I'm done with you too. He's obnoxious. I think it's a bad move, but
Now,
maybe-
Gordon Ramsay, I'd go in a heartbeat to see
Oh,
Gordon
no.
Ramsay.
No, I
Screaming
wouldn't.
at people. No? He's got a good heart, though.
maybe they should just have some faith in the chefs that they have working there to create new, exciting things instead of just finding celebrities to go out and do stuff. But Julie,
Okay. I'm reusing mine from last week since I got cut off. The Sum of All Thrills and StormStruck will be closing at Epcot's Innoventions. The last day for these attractions will be September 14th, so coming up quickly. For those of you that don't know, Sum of All Thrills was an attraction that allowed guests to design their own thrill ride using math, science, and engineering in their design. And then you'd sit in this little pod on the end of like a robot arm. I did it once with Taylor.
Kuka Robotic.
And we put way too many loop-de-loops in ours, and we had to kill it. We had to make it stop.
I did it once, and I tried to do the lamest, slowest one, and it's like, nope, never doing this
It's
again.
too much.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch other people do it because it looks really strange to see the little legs, all just their legs hanging out of the little pod. Okay, anyway, and then StormStruck, it helps guests learn how to prepare for a hurricane or a strong storm. People should know that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Common sense.
Yeah, just a little bit. And then I have a second one. So there is now an official applesauce of Disney. It's Go-Go Squeeze.
Woohoo.
It's actually something that we use at home. We prefer the banana apple flavor, and it's actually the photo in the story.
Oh,
So they've partnered to be the official applesauce of Walt Disney World and Disneyland. It's served in pouches. It's free of all common allergens, so no milk, egg, wheat, soy, tree nuts, peanuts, fish, or shellfish. Good for Kylie. And it's available in a variety of flavors. They are also going to be sponsoring the Butterfly Garden at this year's Flower and Garden Festival, and will be served in place of the applesauce cups in kids' meals at Disney restaurants. Woohoo!
they definitely will be more convenient.
hope
So, and
somebody-
now it'll be a nice snack you can take on the go. if
Seriously,
the kids
for
can do
adults and
anything.
kids alike.
Buttload of money on that design. What an awesome thing, right?
I know.
Squeezing out your
They've
applesauce.
sponsored before, I think at Food Wine Festival. That there are certain
There was like
like
a
a playground area where they were giving it out.
yeah.
Wait, did you say it's replacing the apples or
The
just
applesauce
apple?
cup.
Huh.
Well, I have to say that for some parents, that applesauce cup can be messy. If your child
Oh,
is
yeah.
not quite adept at using the spoon and getting to the mouth yet,
No, I'm
This is on the go. you
Like
know?
at a quick service restaurant, I'm the type of person, if they have the choice between the fries or apples, I will almost always choose the apples.
well, you
do
can still get
not.
apples.
But if I could
they're
get,
not taking that away.
But no, if I could get applesauce instead of apples, that would be even better.
and trust me,
Squeeze
it
that.
tastes so good. I love them.
Oh no, after
And they
my
come in a lot of flavors. They have like apple berry, apple banana, apple apple, apple.
apple.
Apple cinnamon.
They just call it
What's
apple,
apple,
apple
apple?
It's apple flavored. I guess because everyone is like a double name, they call it apple apple. I should
Tastes
be a
like
spokesperson.
Chris Martin's chocolate.
Right? Sell it.
That's funny.
Yeah, that came off
apple.
kind of
His
weird,
name's
actually. Well, no, thank you. I think we'll all miss Some of All Thrills.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I'm just watching poor
You
Corey
are
over there. Corey's
of
over there
us
just
will.
blotting like crazy.
My eyeballs are on fire. I feel like I
Mine are
have
too.
fever.
Let's go faster.
Corey, what do we got?
Take the shine down a
I think
bit.
there are more lights on me. I really do. I'm counting them. All right, I have no idea why I picked this one. Was it that slow of a week? All right, Disney begins search for 2017 Moms Panel beginning September 7th. The search for the 2017 Disney Parks Mom Panel will begin. This is the 10th year they're doing it, and they're looking for more than 140 moms, dads, and grandparents since the program began.
Then why do they call it the mom panel? Why do they call it the grandparent parent panel.
No, they've added more in the 10 years. Don't think they're looking for 140. Disney is looking for experts on all type of Disney vacations, including Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Disney Vacation Club, and Run Disney. They're also looking for applicants that speak Portuguese, French, and Spanish. Moms and dads can apply beginning September 7th at 12 p.m. Eastern on the Disney Moms Panel website. I'm not reading that now. We'll add it. With the first round requiring applicants to submit some basic information and answer some short essay questions. So, any of you out there, September 11th, September 7th. Oh God, it's hot. I am a shiny mess.
You are melting. You really are.
I think
Like
Julie
Olaf
should
in
apply.
summer.
She doesn't
I
have enough
don't
to
have
do.
enough to do. I
Exactly.
have 2 first graders. Do you know what double first grade homework is like?
I don't. I probably
equal to
did.
one ninth grader. I don't know.
I will be smarter than a first grader. Let's just put it that way.
Right?
I would suggest Oliver for Mom's Panel, but
I was
he's
gonna
not
say
quite
the
there
same
yet.
Thing.
I am
estrogen.
confident there is no children of mine running around anywhere on this earth. I am 100% confident.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
Oliver, I'm actually going to skip over you, and I'm going to go
Sure.
to Rhino next
Why?
because I want to save Oliver's for last.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Vessel.
There are 2 new holiday event packages. Winter Wonderland Escape available at Disney's Contemporary Resort and Holiday Memories at the Coronado Springs. They are available the 2nd to the 29th in December. The new event packages include immersive theming and specially designed menus offering an affordable way for teams, organizations, or families to experience the wonder of the holidays at Walt Disney World. At the Contemporary Resort Convention Center, guests will enter an elegant ballroom and find themselves transported into a world of snow-capped evergreens and larger-than-life snowflakes through the Winter Wonderland, blah, 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 blah. Available for groups of 20 to 200 guests. The holiday experience offers lunch and dinner menus with food. I'm skipping over this. The Holiday Memories package at Disney's Coronado Springs. A classic atmosphere featuring red, green, gold, tables decorated, ornaments, flickering lights. That's for 20 to 80 people, and that includes lunch and dinner menus with food. The pricing for both event options start at $45 inclusive per person for lunch and $70 inclusive for dinner. And additional enhancements are available to all that stuff. I can't even.
Absolutely
deal with this.
everything
Mickey
is-
and Minnie could be there in holiday attire
Let's
too.
think about the holiday and the cool weather.
Yeah.
Somebody's starting to stink. Who is that? Is that you?
Oh,
Greg?
I am
said he wore
heavily
deodorant
coated
today.
in deodorant today.
Okay. Oliver.
I hope not.
Okay.
It might be you. You're waving your own self.
Yeah. It's a barn burner. Oliver. Thank
Hello.
you, Rhino.
You're
Oliver.
welcome.
Yes, my rapid fire is about Steven Tyler. So Steven Tyler's crude hand gesture has been removed from the Rock and Roller Coaster attraction at Disney World. And it occurred to me that you all read yours so nicely from articles and had something to say, and I'm just winging it completely. But it's a nice, simple story. So
It took him long enough to notice it.
yeah, 17 years. So the basis of the story is the hand gesture he says where he touches his thumb to his ring finger. I want to do it because I feel like personally it's not offensive, but I don't know. Have we establised that it is?
Do it like
Now?
he did it. Like,
Well, he
like
did
he
it
was
like
so
this.
hot. He was
He was like thinking, and it was like this. So
the middle, the ring goes to the thumb.
yeah. So
You don't
it-
need to say what the hand gesture is
no,
called.
of course, but it's
rhymes with.
I feel like
Rhymes
setting
It's
me
just
up.
a real shock that it took them this long
It
to
is.
figure it out.
It really is.
So what's the reasoning? Why did they do it?
Oh,
But-
Teresa,
why did
I'll
they,
tell you
Oh,
after.
I mean, I know why they did it. I know why they did it, but why did it take them so long?
I think somebody
Did
just,
no one ever looked at the video or what?
It literally doesn't even look like he's intentionally doing it in the video. It looks like that his hand just is coming together.
Yeah.
He's Steven Tyler.
He's
Well,
the coolest grandma there is.
But that's where it gets interesting because, Oliver,
It
continue.
does. They replaced the hand. I didn't know where you wanted me to go with that. Then they replaced the hand for a full hand. So
With the
now
middle
it's no
finger
longer
sticking
doing
up,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, they gave him a finger. So now
They gave
it's
him
just
the
his
finger.
hand going like this on his head, and it's no longer offensive. But Steven Tyler himself took to Twitter to let everyone know what he thought. So
love that
he
picture.
tweeted out,
Yeah.
at Walt Disney World. So what exactly do you think this means? Is the hat a dead giveaway? He also posted a photo with it where he's doing something like this. and he is wearing a hat that says a not safe for
The
work.
F word.
Yeah, the F word across the front. And then he
Funny.
also said, see you next week. So I think he's coming down to Disney.
Well, that's the whole point of this rapid fire. If you're in the parks
Yes.
this week, you
I'm
might see
assuming
Steven
he
Tyler.
meant see you next week, right?
No, he's actually coming down. He's on tour. So it wasn't...
I didn't know if he just was being non-specific about what day of the week he would be here.
I think
No,
he has
he-
a concert in Tampa or something, right?
You know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah, he
visits
does.
Disney
It's
parks very often too.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
a
fan.
he's a big fan of it. So, yeah, this was definitely interesting to say the least.
His weird, that photo response was just so weird. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, I don't know that his response message was completely received,
what
but
he
then
was-
he's still, like, coming down, so I don't know.
I think what he was trying to say was, because I've thought about this a lot, like, he's doing nothing specific, so what do you think this means? It's nothing. So
Oh,
why
okay.
do you...
Right, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I could get that then. Yeah, okay.
That's
Well, how are you
sad that you
interpreting
thought
what I'm
about that
doing
a
here?
lot.
I know.
He said he would.
That's what I got out of that.
Well, he said he would own up to it too, and he is the type of person who would have been like, "Huh, 17 years, and it took them to notice I did that thing." You know.
I'm actually amazed he didn't kind of own it as his own. I know if, like, that was me, I would be like, yeah.
He
Even
probably
if I
does
didn't
it
do
every
I
day,
would've-
so it's probably nothing new to him.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry.
Golly.
Does it every day. To his kids, his grandkids. Random
No, but
people.
Disney's always pretty cautious about hand gestures. I mean, even with cast members, you're usually required to point with 2 fingers.
Yeah. Cigarette hand point.
That's,
I still point with 2 fingers.
I know, don't you feel awful when you
Yeah.
do it as well, don't you? It's
How often do you have to
just
point? I
motion
don't
with
really
my whole
point that much in my
Children,
life.
we have young
Direction.
children.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Your toy's right there. That sort of thing. But
Look at the deer.
Get in the car.
I don't even think this matters because probably within the next week, Disney fan site's going to be saying that Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be doing a makeover of Rock and Roller Coaster anyways, or something along those lines. So it's on borrowed time for sure. Eventually, Aerosmith is going to be irrelevant, which I think that's
They're
why
not
they're doing.
already?
I think that's why they're
No.
doing their farewell tour right now.
joking.
Hey, I love Aerosmith.
In the back in the day, yes. I don't
saw
listen to
them
them
in
now.
concert. I saw them once. They were with Motley Crue.
And
It was.
I don't think I would go now to see them. Maybe 15 years ago.
I would.
No, they're still good. You know all the hits. They don't play anything that's just.
I'm not sure how great he would be live now, though.
Oh, he's still rocking it. Didn't you
Breaking
watch?
news. It's 87 degrees in the other room.
Well, that's going to do it for rapid fire, and only I know because we are hot and we are all just dying on the inside right now. But a lot of people are disappointed that we had to cut the show very early last week. So we are just going to trudge through for another couple minutes here and kind of recap our thoughts on Homecoming, the newest
Ooh, all
restaurant.
right.
Not the newest restaurant. One of the new restaurant additions to Town Center at Disney Springs, led by celebrity chef Art Smith, who cooked for Oprah. I can't remember who else. I think he
The
made a cake
president?
for Lady Gaga at one point in
He
time.
was also on season 2 of Top Chef Masters.
He was.
Yeah, and his wedding cake fell apart in that episode. I don't know if anyone remembers
that's the
that.
clip
But he
you
was
said.
also in an episode of this last season, season 15, 16, whatever, where he
Rhino's a fan.
he was I'm a fan of Top Chef. I love me some Top Chef. And he ironically
He
was
wears
on the
blue
week
every
before we
Wednesday.
went.
How do you know
So,
all this?
huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh well, he had he was one of the like challenges one week where the contestants had to all make the wedding food for a bunch of gay and lesbian weddings they were having in the hills somewhere, and so I don't know what I can't remember the purpose of it. It was a nice thing. And
It's terrible
nice
if they
episode.
have to hide in the hills like that. 2016, they
the
can do it
hills
in
were
public
alive.
now.
Up in
the hills of California.
Okay,
When
what's
did
important?
this-
What he's doing now?
When did this open?
This
Couple
opened
weeks ago.
Like a month ago?
a month
Yeah.
ago about now. So it's whenever we did it, 2 weeks ago? So
Yeah.
we gave it adequate enough time for it to really get its footing.
Corey,
Really,
tissue.
really start to see what they were capable of producing. And I know there are a lot of mixed thoughts in this room on how the restaurant actually it is. I know Corey and Julie, you haven't eaten there yet, which is unfortunate, or it might be fortunate.
Oh, no.
Only
Oh.
time will tell. We'll be throwing down.
Okay,
but
so what kind of food is it?
it is southern,
Southern
and that's
comfort.
it is southern comfort food. I
Is
believe
he Southern?
he is southern. He
I don't
grew
know
up.
anything about celebrity chefs.
I want to say he grew up in Virginia.
No, he's from Florida.
He's from Florida.
Yeah, he
the-
worked for Disney. That's why it's called
Yes.
Homecoming.
Consider that.
Yeah, but-
1982, he did the college program.
It might not be southern to Louisiana. I didn't. Was there any bayou kind of stuff on there? I don't remember.
No.
No.
It's like country cooking.
Country cooking, yeah.
It was like
Where are you gonna
Cracker
start with
Barrel
this?
on a fancier level.
No.
Craig, step down from your special seat, dude. Because don't compare it to Cracker Barrel.
Okay, so we'll talk about some of the food that we had. Oliver, I don't know what you have prepared, so I will let you kind of guide this one. So some of the food options we had included
Some
the...
pecans.
This is
Yes.
what you had, Craig, I believe.
Yeah, this was one of the appetizers I had. It featured pecans, sliced ham, sausage, and very hard to break apart bread, as well as pimento cheese. It was a pimento cheese dip, and it was tough to start this one out because the pimento cheese was not good. I know you hate pimento cheese.
I thought it was very good.
It's
I mean, the pimento cheese is like macaroni and cheese. There's 400.
no.
No, wait a minute.
No, let
what
us
I'm
finish, people.
what I was going to say is there's a million different recipes for pimento cheese, and I've had probably 20 different versions of pimento cheese. I thought this stood up to a lot of them. I thought it was very good.
It wasn't grandma's, but it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, so
Bring on the
we have
next one.
conflicting opinions.
And I had the Jasper board, and I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I love the shaved ham. I shoved that ham in my mouth.
And the pickles on there were really good.
Have that ham in his pocket.
Like I loved the ham. The pimento cheese for me, which was the selling point of the board, just wasn't that great. But Oliver, what else did we get?
We got, this is what I had as a start. These were the Hush Puppies.
I had these also.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna. I don't want to get you angry.
Just
I didn't think
say
they
it.
were anything special, but this is also
I
the
didn't like
first time I've had Hush Puppies too, so it's really hard for me to have something to compare it
back
to.
up. That's your very first time having hush puppies?
Yes, and I wasn't impressed. So I don't know whether I'm not impressed at the quality or I'm just not impressed with Hush Puppies, because to me they
You
were
may
just
not be
like,
impressed because they're not something that I eat. I don't
Okay.
care for them.
The
I'm
Hush
glad.
Puppies, I thought were real. I dream about those Hush Puppies. That's how good I thought they were with the red jalapeno jelly that you dip it in. I've gone back now several times just so I could get.
I found them very bland, very they were just balls of
'Cause
dough.
those
That
British
were
people
It
are
really
their
depends on
spices
how
in.
they're cooked. I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of hush puppies. I mean, I do eat them when they're cooked good, but I'm not a fan
They
of
should
just
have
eating
flavor,
bread.
though.
I get bored with
They
bread.
did.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
did.
so here's the dealio
Or
for me.
cornbread, whatever. They put it in.
They were hush puppies. I've had hush puppies all over the big south of this world, of this country. And the sauce was the selling point for this. The hush puppies were a little dry,
Oh, mine weren't.
but I've had hush puppies made by several people that been making them their whole life in their own real kitchens in the South, in Georgia and North Carolina. These were okay.
Did you see any seasoning in the inside? Herbs or anything? Or was it just...
No herbs.
No,
No
no
herb?
herbs.
Okay.
It was just cornbread.
Yeah, there was pimento cheese in it.
Oh, that's right.
Little
There was
bit of
pimento
pimento
cheese,
cheese.
in it. But not. It needed more than.
That's what's wrong for you, Oliver. You must not like the pimento cheese.
I
That was
couldn't
his
tell you.
first hush puppy.
Now I'm thinking, honestly, I can't recall any pimento cheese in it at all.
No,
so
it wasn't cheesy or anything. It was very
No.
dry.
yeah,
You need to go somewhere and have some real Southern food,
okay.
and don't make it Cracker Barrel.
You heard it
I like
first
Cracker Barrel.
from the Dixie Queen. What else did we enjoy that day?
Okay, so
No.
The deviled eggs.
This is beautiful.
Those look good.
I did not have this. They're beautiful. What do they taste like?
They taste like deviled eggs. These were actually Pete ordered this one. Sorry, he's not here to give his response. He's in Milan. These were very good deviled eggs. Still not as good as the ones that you can get in Orlando over at NBC Sports Grill and Brew. Those are like the ultimate in deviled eggs. But these were good.
Once
That's it?
again, to quote Kathy, there's 100 recipes out
Yes.
there for deviled eggs. I like my mother's.
I
don't
just
like
eat the
my
middle.
mo- You just eat the middle?
Just the yolk.
I don't like the white.
Just
of
pipe
the
it into
egg.
your mouth straight then, right?
What's your cholesterol levels?
I don't eat them at all very often.
It's an Easter thing at our house. Okay, let's.
I believe we also had fried green tomatoes.
yes, we did.
We did.
Oh, let's please hope. Okay, good.
These were good. I mean, these were
They were the best we
I
had.
think, yeah, but these are also not the best fried green tomatoes I've ever had either.
That
So
would be at my house.
They were
No,
good.
Or my house.
Julie's very
Oh
picky.
well, let's
Thin,
have
they
a
gotta
fried
be
green
thin.
tomato cook-off then, because I will always order those on a menu. I love
will
fried
too.
green
I will
tomatoes.
too.
And were they battered in cornmeal only? I need to know.
I don't honestly remember at this point.
They were thinly battered though
They need to be
too.
thin.
Thinly
Yeah,
battered,
yeah.
but were they cut thin?
Yeah, they were the thinner cut kind. Because I've had them cut thicker before. They had like maybe a hint of spice in there, a little
hot
bit.
sauce
You know,
in my
I like when
egg
they got a
wash.
little tang in the mouth. You know, like that catfish breading, like that kind of how that has a tang.
That would
in
be
it, I guess.
cornmeal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, same idea. But they were good. They're not the best I've had.
That's because they
You know
need to be
what I mean?
done in flour.
What was the? Can you see that photo again?
The meat on top.
Oh, was that okay? I see.
Yeah,
That's the ham.
It looked like
Prosciutto?
ginger to me. From here.
It's ham, right? I'm
Maybe.
sure you didn't see it
Personally,
long because
should
Craig
be
probably
your
put it in his
choice
mouth.
if you put something on your fried green tomato, in my
Right.
opinion. That stuff should be on the side.
Yeah.
Because the fried green tomato itself is the joy.
It's a standalone amazing thing. Yeah, I agree.
I did
only,
not
the
put
only
that ham in
better
my
ones
mouth.
that I've ever had that I didn't make, they were in Savannah when we went for Craig's wedding. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but I went back twice to have
Yeah?
those.
Tell me what it was.
That was
We'll
just
talk
shaved
after
ham
the
too.
show.
Let's just to recap on the prices on that.
As we get out in the car there.
The Jasper board was 15. The puppies were 9. The eggs were 10, and the tomatoes were 12. Just to give you an idea of the price point on that. We also tried some of the entrees. And please show me one that I can. Okay, that would be
The fried chicken.
the fried chicken.
Yes.
That's Pete got the Art's Fabulous fried chicken. I believe at least Teresa or Kathy got that.
Yes.
I've had
The
that at
signature
one time,
fried
yeah.
chicken. So talk about it.
I enjoyed it. Did you
Yeah,
like it, Kathy?
I did too. I thought it was
Batter
very good.
was good. Good crunchiness. The
Yes.
fish or the chicken
Moist.
was cooked very moist. Yeah. I enjoyed every bit of that.
I would say
Bring it on.
Yeah,
No, I don't-
Oliver.
I don't want to ruin things. I was going to say it was possibly the best dish. Or the fried chicken, sorry, was one of the best things on the menu because there was more than the one dish that you could actually get that involved fried chicken. The thing that I actually had was the chicken and donuts.
Oh, that's what I had. Yeah.
And I was
Did you
very
like
impressed
it?
with that. I enjoyed that.
I wasn't
profusely,
impressed
yeah.
with the donuts. It's a donut hole. I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I do recall it actually not saying that on the menu. It does just say fried chicken and donuts.
That's not a donut.
Nope, it's a hole.
Oh boy,
It's a sugared hush puppy.
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
Cut to you. You're talking.
Rhino, did you
So-
break something?
He
No,
did.
it's
He
still
hit
on the computer.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have graphics now for the food. Just to give you a heads up there, Craig. But give us a minute. But no, I was pretty impressed with it overall. I found the chicken to be the best part of the
good.
the whole
Yeah.
It's not
experience.
on the
It
TV, but
was
it's on the
yeah.
computer.
Chicken's good.
The chicken was immensely good, and I tried both dishes, both Pete's fried chicken and mine. It's the same thing. It's just served differently. So I'd
he
say
have the
that's the
greens?
star.
He's had
I-
the greens with that, didn't he? Because that looks
Yeah,
like the
he
greens
has
that I had.
the greens, the
Those were
KC, the
good.
kale, and I did have that with my dish that I did have. I didn't actually try the chicken, and I know that's the signature thing, but you never get between Pete Werner and his fried chicken. That's
You pulled back the bloody stump, as he says.
yeah. So I didn't actually get to try it, but just the price alone for the fried chicken platter, it's $26, and for the chicken and donuts, it's $25.
26.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
My chicken place down in Winter Park, Coop.
The coop.
It is just, I mean, it is some of the best fried chicken you will ever find anywhere.
They also have a fried green tomato sandwich there, which is also
I
phenomenal.
love fried
and it
green
is
tomatoes.
just, it's half the price
I'm hungry.
of
Okay,
this.
I'm a Popeyes fan.
That's true. But if you're walking through
Spicy.
Disney Springs,
But, and that's where I would get into the argument that at some point, with some of the prices getting as high as they do, you could probably, for a family of 4, you could Uber all the way to Winter Park and back and spend less money than you would for just the meals combined there.
Yeah.
well, true, but then you're going to spend that time.
I think it's worth it to see
that,
Winter
3
Park.
pieces?
It's a lovely.
It's like
place
a
to
breast,
time. Yeah.
a thigh. And
Well, that's my
maybe
catfish.
Yeah, this
I
is
was going to say, that's not chicken.
Yeah.
Like, it looks good.
Yeah, no, that's not the chicken. That's my
not it.
catfish, and this was just not good. I make
It
fried.
looks like it's too thick.
I make fried catfish at home myself.
You
and
do not.
I do. Yeah, I do for Kylie.
Do
she
you
likes.
catch it?
She likes
Where do
cat.
you get your
I don't
catfish?
catch it. I get it at Publix.
See, my daddy
Thank you.
catches it in the river.
Well,
and then
I'm
brings
sorry.
It home and
He
fixes
doesn't
it.
have a river.
I live right behind Disney. I have like septic systems. That's
Ew,
what I have.
you don't want to eat those catfish.
So
Bottom dwellers anyway.
the
Next time there's a Skype and he's gonna be like on the pier at at Beach Club just fishing.
there was
For catfish.
there was no seasoning. In
Really?
yeah, it was just It was just pure catfish. There was no flavor to it at all.
love catfish.
I had to douse this in hot sauce just to make
that's
it
not a good sign.
to edible. Their hot sauce is fantastic.
No, I meant like
They
it's
make
not a
it
good
in-
sign that you had to douse
Yeah.
it in it.
No,
He's
it-
not joking either. Like the hot sauce bottle was completely full. It
Yeah.
was a good quarter gone by the time we left the restaurant. So Craig went to town on that hot
But
sauce.
the grits and the KC greens that were with it were phenomenal. Their sides are really what make this place, actually, in my
You could
opinion.
just go order
from
a
what
bunch
I
of
had.
sides.
I had the greens. They were very
Yeah.
good. Very, very, very good. I enjoyed them.
They also make that hot sauce on the
Yes,
table.
that's-
So do you think that maybe they under-season so that, because some people are going to douse it?
Potentially, but I
I don't use
had
hot
to.
sauce.
The hot
so-
sauce was great. But the catfish, the whole reason I brought up the Cracker Barrel thing is I've had better catfish at Cracker Barrel than here.
I
and
have
it was
to ask.
a third of the price.
It doesn't look thin, which I like thin catfish. And did it taste fishy?
It was very fishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if the seasonings are done properly,
yeah.
then fried catfish is wonderful.
All right, what else did you have?
Rhino had
It
a
was
sad
terrible.
salad.
Terrible. A what?
Sad salad.
Yeah, sad salad. I thought you
Sad
said
salad?
Side salad. It was terrible. Okay, it's a steak salad, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try one of the what it's supposedly healthier option. They asked how I wanted the steak cooked. I said medium rare. That is
That's
great.
well done.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like meatloaf at
Yeah,
first.
yeah. No, it's you can taste those char marks too, and not in the good way. And it was just like the salad was drenched in whatever the dressing was. I mean, I guess I should have asked for it on the side, but it's just a balsamic. It shouldn't be like it seemed like 2-day-old lettuce. And that salad was not cheap. It was like $18 or something.
It was 22.
22. Yeah.
What?
Y'all
And
are
it
dogging
was-
this place.
It's
Will
the
you
worst
not go
salad
back?
I've ever had.
That's okay. Leaves
so
more room for
I would
me.
maybe try the to-go window where you can get the chicken sandwich.
I do have
At
some good
least.
stuff to say about this place, though.
We also have
Yeah, don't
dessert
worry. I
at
got
the
some
end.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's mixed.
I would go back for the fried green tomatoes. If someone was
Okay.
like, let's get drinks and split a thing, and this other thing that we'll get to in a second, I thought was phenomenal.
So
I really
let's
So you have more
wrap it up with
pictures?
the
Oh, we haven't talked
two
about
desserts.
what I had some other food too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What'd you get for
The
an
vi-
entree?
Yeah.
I had the shrimp and grits,
How was
which I
that?
really liked. The grits were creamy. At first, I even debated if they were grits. They were so creamy, but it was really good.
What did you get, Kathy?
The fried chicken.
The fried chicken.
Yeah, that's what I had the second time.
I should have just went for the
Okay.
fried chicken.
So
Should have.
Wrap it up.
desert.
That's
What?
Desserts.
Desert?
Moving on, we
Moving to
had
dessert.
a.
That was the chocolate cake.
Nah. I don't like chocolate though, so I can't weigh in on that.
I can remember this being incredibly. Sorry, I should have kept that. Oh, there we go. Incredibly heavy. It's yeah.
Rich.
That's
just
what
didn't-
a good Southern chocolate
It's
cake
like
should
dark
be.
chocolate.
But was it dry?
It.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I don't remember it.
Or
being
was it
dry.
moist?
No, I don't think it was that word.
It
but I
was
think
somewhere
it
in
was,
between. On the moist dry spectrum,
dry?
it sat somewhere in the center.
I
Yeah, it
like
was-
mine to be more towards the moist
Oh, I
side.
did too.
Yeah, it's. I
It's
just.
not good for dryness. It's
I
got to
hate
be
this
moist.
episode.
Go ahead.
It just wasn't for me.
I'll
And
tell
then-
you what was amazing though.
Tell us.
This little beauty, the moonshine cake. You can only order it if you're over 21. It is soaked in moonshine.
It's like a rum cake with
Yeah,
moonshine.
exactly. It is. Craig knows, I love my rum cakes. He watched me buy like 16 of them once on a cruise.
The only cake I'll eat.
Love, like, this was really good. You had some of it. You could taste that moonshine.
Yeah,
on
the first piece I had, it was just like the sponge cake, but without very much moonshine in it, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. But then once you got into the middle where it was soaked, I mean, if you ate a whole thing by yourself really quickly, I think you
That's
could
a
walk
bundt
out with a
cake.
buzz.
Yeah, it
was bundt
is.
cake?
It's like a
It's
bundt,
a bundt
bundt cake
cake.
soaked in moonshine, but it's almost a little like
That's
raspberry
fun.
sauce or something, and it was decently priced too for how much soaked in moonshine it was. It was like $10 probably.
Bruno, I will make you a rum cake for Christmas. I make one for us.
Oh God, Julie, yes please.
This and
die.
you know I don't want to skip over it as well because I know the star and roll here is the alcohol soaked cake, but the ice cream that it was served with was incredibly
Star
good.
roll.
It was.
It's the booze.
It is.
British
well,
man acts like booze is so horrible.
No, I enjoyed this.
Channel.
I enjoyed this a lot, but I just want to. I don't want the,
the
ice
ice
cream to
cream
get
good?
neglected. The ice cream is very good.
All right, here's the thing about the ice cream. Pete went on about it too, and I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, it's vanilla ice cream. They didn't make it there. They just scooped this out of a bin somewhere. It tasted like
How do
it
you
wasn't
know
bad.
From
that it wasn't
Bluebell.
homemade?
This isn't like right home to mom. Mom, I just had the most amazing vanilla ice cream I've ever had in my life. Like,
But
I
if
don't
you're an
know.
ice cream person,
then go to
that-
Sprinkles and get some of their ice cream.
well, maybe that's not
No,
what
just go to the
all he
freezer and
likes.
get
Maybe he
Bluebell.
likes this that's sitting on a boozy.
I bet
Wait.
this is like Bluebell ice cream, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
You don't
It's
like
my
Bluebell?
favorite.
I like
Bluebell's
Bluebell.
your favorite?
Homemade vanilla.
Well, so that's Homecoming, Chef Art Smith's.
Go. Don't listen to them.
Now I need ice cream.
Well, here's my thing about it. It's what Craig said is that now there are so many options that have opened. We still haven't even tried the Mexican place that's there, the Cocina.
Yeah.
Let's
That
go.
this is on the higher end of the
But they have
spectrum, but there are much more affordable places to eat that I feel like you're getting, like the pizza place. It's only $10, but I feel like I had a better experience at the pizza place than I did here, unfortunately. Not
Well, that's
unfortunately, but
sad.
it is a different environment and a different.
If you want to get a taste of
Atmosphere.
what Southern food's like, and you're only in Florida, I guess this would be a good option, at least. Might not be the best, but every person has their own favorite Southern food place, and that's that. What we can say is we definitely know how Oprah got fat, because everything
Well,
was
she loves
fried.
bread.
And she loves bread.
I
Yeah.
love bread.
What the crap was that?
Haven't you seen the
Oprah
commercial?
where it just cuts. It's Oprah, and she just goes, "I love bread.
Okay.
I
watch
love
commercials.
bread," and she just keeps saying it, and you're like, "What is this commercial for?" It's not
Wonderful.
bread.
Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for chatting about that. And thank you for being here today and putting up with the heat. I know we've all gone a little insane. So I hope this was enjoyable for everyone who has been watching and listening to this. I know it's probably utter nonsense at points, but we thank you anyways. And remember to follow us on social media, all those other places, and head over to disunplugged.com for our show notes and more. So that's going to do it for our show today. We will be back with you again next week for our next edition of the Dis Unplugged. So thanks for joining us, and hope you have a great week. Bye, everyone.